Well, look what we have here once again. A Democrat hypocrite being caught breaking her own health orders. I feel like I do a video like this almost every week, right? Maybe multiple times a week of the Democrats not following their own rules. And this time we have MASKLESS, San Francisco mayor, who is seen partying with a Black Lives Matter co-founder at a nightclub, okay? And the orders coming from San Francisco in terms of their mandate specifically outlines how you still have to wear a mask even if you are vaccinated. So there is no way to explain your way around this. However, I mean, listen, the other ones, they couldn't really explain their way to try to justify those either. They weren't justifiable, right? Because like we've seen 1,000 times, it is rules for thee, not for me. You guys are peasants. We aren't, right? We're the ruling class. The ruling class can do whatever they want, as seen at the Met Gala, as seen by Barack Obama's birthday party, as seen by Nancy Pelosi with rich donors at a luncheon in California. You guys notice the trend here? How it's all the elite being able to do what they want to break their own rules while they impose lockdowns and rules on the lower class, right? Us plebs, right? Like me and you, working class people, okay, who make this country run, whom fund their jobs, right? You would think that at the very least they could follow their own rules since they are taking this pandemic so serious. But like I told you guys, the Democrats are their own worst enemy. They really are. And it's at the point now where it's like obvious that they just don't care. But why should they have to care? Because it's not like their constituents are going to vote them out, right? Because of the evil, scary Republicans. So I'm like, you know what? If their own constituents can't realize what's going on, that these people don't value their freedom, their fundamental rights, or at the very least, you know, they're not going to follow their own orders for the sake of the pandemic or public health and safety, then maybe it is time for a breakup, right? Some people are talking about how we need to break up. Maybe this country, you know, maybe we need to split ourselves into 2 or 3 ways and just go our own separate ways. I don't know. But stuff like this makes me open to that idea. Because again, it just blows my mind how there's not massive pushback from liberals on this type of stuff, since they claim they care about the pandemic so much. Let's read here. San Francisco Mayor London Breed was seen partying and singling maskless in a nightclub with a Black Lives Matter co-founder breaking her city's mask mandate. Quote, she's been very clear that everybody needs to do their part. We're not out of the woods. San Francisco's rules have been very restrictive, and I don't see her playing her part in that photo, said Danielle Rabkin, Crossfit Golden Gate Gym owner, according to NBC Bay Area. All right, guys, so as you can see here, here's the pictures of her partying, right? Chilling, taking pictures, smiling, okay? I think that's her in the middle. Yeah, definitely her in the middle, okay? We're not allowed to do this, okay? But she is. She's allowed to do it. Interesting. Now, as you can see here, there's also a video of them singing and dancing and carrying on. Let's actually look at a little bit of this. I believe that's her in the back right there. Right, her. She is getting it, boy. She does not have a care in the world. How can you live in San Francisco, see this and not be pissed, right? I don't understand. I don't get it. Because again, it's like, even if, you know, you're for the lockdowns, if you're really concerned about the pandemic, you would think that just from a consistency standpoint, from setting a good example standpoint, you would say something about this, right? That you would be like, listen, no, this isn't right. Like, how can you do this and then tell other people that they can't? It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. So let's read more here. The Black Cat nightclub Instagram page had posted and then deleted a photo showing Breed smiling and partying with friends maskless on Wednesday evening, the San Francisco Chronicle reported. She was accompanied by BLM co-founder Alicia Garza and singer Raphael Sadiq. Photos and videos of Breed in the jazz club, however, continued to circulate on social media and show other people in the club were also maskless. San Francisco's mask mandate states everyone, including people who are vaccinated, must wear well-fitting masks in indoor public settings at all times, and add people may remove their well-fitted masks while actively eating or drinking. There were drinks and cocktails spotted on the table near Breed, but she was not actively drinking them while posing for photos and singing. Okay, so this is what gets me, right? It is very clear what the mandate states. So is the nightclub breaking the mandate, right? And she knows that the jazz club is breaking it. She's actively not doing anything about it. So if you're actively not doing anything about it and you're just letting this jazz club break the mandate, what's the point of having it? What's the point? Or was it something like what Nancy Pelosi did where, you know, they had a special night for, you know, the elites where they say, hey, listen, we got the Black Lives Matter co-founder in the house. We got some woke revolutionaries in the house. We got the mayor in the house. Let's party, right? Forget all those peasants, right? That could be it. But I don't know, man. I mean, listen, I'm not super surprised to see, you know, videos of people partying in clubs without masks and stuff like that because, I mean, look, even the place I live in, right? Like, we do have a local mask mandate, right? However, when you go out at night, right, at bars and stuff, like, they don't require you to wear it. So, I mean, it could be one of those things. I don't know, right? But it seems to me that in this situation right here, San Francisco, this rule applied across the board, right? There were no exceptions, right? There were no exceptions. So, honestly, I don't know. Okay, I just know it's a bad look. Quote, she clearly feels like it's fine and safe to remove her mask and then let that be the rule for everybody, the gym owner added. You're not impervious to COVID any more than I am, so let the rules for you be the same as the rules for me. Breed told the Chronicle that she tests for COVID-19 often, and at the end of the day, everyone who comes in here has to show proof of vaccination. That gives me a lot of reassurance. I've been very careful, not just because I want to set an example, because I don't want to get COVID. I also want to make sure that I'm not someone transmitting COVID to other people. She said this entire pandemic has been focused on keeping people safe. Breed's office did not immediately respond to Fox News' request for a comment. So yeah, of course she's not going to respond, right? Of course. She's out here talking about setting a good example, right? Now time comes for her to set a good example. You know, in her own life, I mean, she's a mayor. She has to think that she's in the public eye. Everywhere she goes, people are probably going to be taking pictures of her, videos of her, or something like that, or there's a good chance. Obviously, she don't care. She having a good time, living her life. The Liberal mayor announced the need for mask mandates last month, saying we don't want to shut down the city or this country down any longer than we need to. Our economy and livelihood and our kids going back to school and everything in between depends on it. The order requires all individuals, regardless of vaccination status, to wear face coverings when indoors in public settings with limited exceptions, the mayor's office said in a press release about the mandate last month. This isn't the first time that Bree is criticized for breaking her own coronavirus rules. She was spotted in the swanky French Laundry restaurant in November, dining with 7 other people to celebrate the birthday of a friend, socialite Geretti Lolu. Again, partying with her elites. Okay. Partying with elites at the French Laundry, right? I believe that's the place that Gavin Newsom was seen at, right? Breaking his own rules as well. Kind of crazy. The mayor has strived to follow all COVID public health rules from the beginning of the pandemic. She does this not only because she is asking for residents to do their part, but because she's also trying to do her part to slow the spread of disease. On November 7th, while taking a few days off after the election, she attended a small family birthday dinner for a friend at an open-air table at the French Laundry. There were 8 people in total, including herself. The mayor paid for her own dinner, a statement from Breed's office said at the time. So, again, this was, again, right in the middle of the thing, right before we got vaccines, right, during election season. She was breaking the rules. So, again, no surprise that she's doing it now. Her dinner came one night after Gavin Newsom also donned masks with people from outside of his own household at the same ritzy restaurant. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, a San Francisco resident, came under fire last year when she was seen on camera getting her hair done without wearing a mask in a shuttered saloon in the city. Quote, it was a slap in the face that she went in, you know, that she feels like she can just go and get her stuff done while no one else can go in and I can't work, saloon owner Erica Calise told Fox News last September, adding that she can't believe the speaker didn't have a mask on. Well, I can, because they've shown you who they are from the get-go. They've shown you that they don't have to follow the rules and that, you know, the rules are just for those that are not in their same class. And that's all it is. And again, this is just another example of a Democrat hypocrite being exposed. And in my opinion, this one right here is the most egregious because San Francisco has very, very, very strict rules, right? And she went out here and said, hey, it's important for me to set a good example. She stressed setting a good example. And now she's doing this. But again, we shouldn't be surprised because she was doing it last year. So of course she's going to do it now. Again, these people are their own worst enemy when it comes to this stuff. They really are. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.